everybody, it's Jennifer with GetYourCreditPerfectNow.com, and I want to welcome you to tonight's webinar where we will be discussing 4 super fast ways to boost your credit score 50 points in 90 days or less. Now, I know if you are watching this, you're probably thinking, wow, that is a pretty bold statement for us to say boost your score 50 points in only 90 days. However, I want to just let you know that this system is actually what we have seen, we have used ourselves and what we have seen with our clients, and has been very, very successful in getting people tremendous boosts in their credit score. So while we are not legally allowed to tell you that or guarantee you that we can boost your score a specific number of points, we are saying that this is methodologies that have worked in the past for our clients and things that you will definitely see results from doing. So we're going to go ahead and get started right now. So a little bit about what we'll be discussing. First of all, we're going to be talking about who are we? Who is Get Your Credit Perfect Now? Get a little bit of information about who we are and our company. We're going to be talking about what a credit score is, what exactly makes up your credit score, what constitutes good credit, and then we're going to talk about the nuts and the bolts, 4 ways that you can raise your credit score super fast in the next 90 days. And if you stay until the end of this presentation, we're also going to offer you a free bonus that's worth $550. So definitely something that you're going to want to stay tuned into. So who are we? Get Your Credit Perfect Now is a company whose mission is to help people create financial freedom for themselves by using financial leverage. We're actually a marketing company, which means that we do not directly practice credit repair. We offer a variety of services within the financial arena that are designed to help individuals just like you create financial freedom by leveraging and managing effectively their credit. So that is actually what we do. We offer a variety of services that are designed to help you not only improve your credit, but also save money on interest, fees, and help you to use your increased cash flow and savings as a vehicle to create financial freedom. And you know, a lot of times people work on getting their credit repaired because they have some type of short-term goal. Maybe it's that you want to purchase a new car, or you want to buy a house, or you want to increase your ability to get some additional credit. Whatever the case may be, what you need to be thinking about is that credit is, a lot of the media has talked about credit in such a way to make credit seem bad, and that a person should seek to be debt-free in terms of improving their financial situation. And we agree with that. The goal should be to be debt-free if you are going to purchase consumer goods. And by consumer goods, we mean, you know, TVs and a car, or things that are going to depreciate in value. However, if you can create leverage for yourself and improve your credit so that you can purchase assets for yourself, such as homes, investing in a business, growing a business, that is actually going to be excellent use of your additional credit, and that's something that we're very passionate about. However, of course, you can use your credit however you want. We're here to help you achieve whatever goals that you may have. So let's talk about what is a credit score. A credit score is a 3-digit number calculated from your data-rich credit report, and it is one factor used by lenders to determine your credit worthiness for a mortgage, a loan, or credit cards. Your score can affect whether or not you are approved. Your score can affect whether or not you are approved, as well as what interest rate you are charged. And this is very, very major. A lot of times I talk to clients and they have been turned down repeatedly for credit cards, auto loans, all types of things, and they keep on, getting their credit pulled, and they're constantly, and they don't really understand how their credit score is generated and how it works. So what I want to do is actually take a moment to talk to you about what actually makes up your credit score, so you can have a better idea on how this is calculated, and it'll help you also understand how you can properly utilize your credit. Consumer reports usually use the standard credit scoring model, which is known as the FICO score, to measure your credit worthiness. There's actually a few different credit scoring models, but FICO is the most used. Data from your credit report goes into 5 major categories that make up a FICO score. The scoring model weighs some factors more heavily, such as payment history and debt owed. So let's take a look at how that breaks down. Payment history makes up 35% of your score. Your account payment information, including any delinquencies and public records, makes up 35% of your score. What that means to you is that it's very, very important to pay your bills on time. You will be surprised how many clients that I deal with who think that it's okay to pay their bill a day, a week, a month after the actual due date. And this is something that actually affects your credit by 35% of your score. So it's very, very important to pay your bills on time. The other factor that makes up your credit score is the amount owed. That makes up 30% of your credit score. So how much you owe on your credit accounts, the amounts of available credit you're using on revolving accounts is heavily weighted. So if you have a $1,000 credit card and you're using $999.99 worth of your credit card, that is going to be looked at negatively in terms of how your score is calculated. Length of credit history, that makes up 15% of your credit score. How long ago have you opened accounts, and what's the time since your last account activity? They want to make sure that you actually have a history of paying your bills on time. If you have one account on your credit report that you've had open a month, that's not a very good determinant on whether or not you are credit worthy. Creditors want to see some type of history so they can feel comfortable that you will pay them back based on your past record. The other factor is types of credit used. That actually makes up 10% of your credit score. The mix of accounts that you have, such as revolving and installment payments, that actually makes up that portion. New credit, 10%. Your pursuit of new credit, including credit inquiries and number of recently opened accounts. If you have a lot of inquiries on your credit report, that is a negative, and that can actually drop your credit score dramatically. So you want to make sure that you're keeping abreast of how often your credit report is being pulled. You don't want too many inquiries because it can negatively affect your credit score and your ability to secure new credit moving forward. Personal or demographic information such as age, race, address, marital status, income, employment don't affect the score. Any of these things may be listed on your credit report, however, they are not going to affect your score. You do want to make sure that that information is accurate, and to make sure that you remove anything that is inaccurate from your credit report, just to clean up your file. So what is a good credit score? FICO scores range from 300 to 850, where a higher number indicates a lower risk. So what's a good credit score? Generally, anything over 700 and particularly over 720 is considered excellent credit, and you will easily qualify for a loan and credit at low interest and very favorable terms. So really, you want to be at about the 720 credit score tier in order to be able to do whatever you want to do and get approved easily for credit. That is the tier that you want to keep looking at. So let's talk about the 4 super fast ways to boost your credit score 50 points in 90 days or less. Number 1, the number 1 way to boost your credit score: dispute inaccuracies on your credit report. Creditors are required to report your account with 100% accuracy, or else they have to remove the item from your credit report. You can use the Fair Credit Reporting Act to your advantage and legally and ethically repair your credit. A lot of people don't realize that they can actually get items removed from their credit report, and you don't have to wait 7 years in order to do that. The credit scoring system is kind of like the legal system in a way. I like to use this analogy quite a bit. It's not whether or not you are guilty, it's whether or not that they can prove without a shadow of a doubt that you are guilty. That's how the legal system works. What works similarly in the credit system, it's not whether or not you owe the debt, it's whether or not they can accurately 100% verify that you do owe that exact dollar amount worth of debt. And they are required to actually report that information with 100% accuracy. So it's a matter of whether or not they report the name of the original creditor with which you signed a promissory note. They need to report the actual correct balance, including an itemization of any late fees or collection fees. They need to be able to prove those fees and reference them. They need to verify the payment history is being reported accurately. There's a variety of things that need to be that can be disputed, and there's a lot of different measures to go about doing this. On a basic level, they have to verify whether or not these items are accurate. On a more advanced level, similar to how we approach our credit restoration, we use every single portion of the Fair Credit Reporting Act to force creditors to remove items that they are not following federal guidelines in reporting. And for example, if you were to dispute a particular item on your credit report, the creditor has exactly 30 days from the time that they have received a letter of dispute in order to not only verify the accuracy of that particular item, but also to notate on your credit report that that particular item is in dispute. They have to notate that on your credit file within that 30-day window. In the event they do not do that, they are actually liable for up to $1,500 per item per bureau for their lack of compliance. So when that is the case, a lot of people don't realize that. That gives you as the consumer a lot of leverage in terms of being able to get that item removed very quickly from your account. Because once they realize that you actually know the law, you are actually using the law on your behalf, and you are willing to challenge them within small claims court for their lack of compliance, 9.5 times out of 10, they're going to take that item off very, very quickly. So that is something that you should definitely make sure that you're doing as part of your quest to boost your credit score. Number 2, then the second way to boost your credit score is to underutilize your credit. Creditors like to see that you don't have high utilization of your credit on your credit report. Ideally, they would like to see less than 20% of your available credit utilized. If you're using more than that, it can impact your scores. So long story short, if you, again, going back to our example earlier where I mentioned if you have $1,000 credit card and you're using $999.99 worth of that $1,000 worth of credit, you are overutilizing your credit. That is making a creditor feel like you are maybe in some type of financial challenge or something along those lines. So when they see that, they're going to actually drop your score, and you're not going to be able to get the credit extended to you that you would like. So one of the best ways to boost your score very quickly is to pay down your credit cards to under 20% of whatever the balance is. So if you have a $1,000 card, you want to make sure that your utilized balance is less than $200 of that thousand. And you want to try to pay it off in full if possible each and every month. If you do that, you're going to boost your score dramatically and be able to pretty much get credit increases and get all types of credit that you're looking for. The third way to boost your credit score in record time is to pay your bills on time. I know this sounds like really like seriously, but I say that because a lot of people don't realize how very important this is. Paying your bills even just a day or two late can have an adverse effect on your credit score. Additionally, credit history makes up a nice percentage of what makes up your score. So you always want to pay your bills on time, and that means the day that it's due or before, not the day after, not a couple weeks after, but actually when it's due. That's extremely important. If you do nothing else other than that, you're going to impact your that actually makes up 35% of your credit score. So that is extremely important. The fourth way to boost your credit score super fast is by adding seasoned trade lines. This is actually one of my favorite methods because it is like clockwork, extremely effective, and can make a dramatic difference in your credit score. For those of you that don't know what a seasoned trade line is, a seasoned trade line is a credit line such as a Visa, MasterCard, etc. that is listed on a credit report. Individuals are able to increase their credit score dramatically by using trade lines. The method that we're talking about actually allows you to piggyback off of the good credit history of the account holder and reflect their on-time payment history on your credit report. So basically, how this would work is, let's just say that I am an individual that has a $20,000 Visa card that I've had for the past 10 years. I've been paying it perfectly on time each and every time. I use pretty much only 10% of the available credit each and every month, and I pay the bill completely on time. Now, with a card like that, I'm going to have very, very solid credit history because not only has this card been around for 10 years, I also have a pretty nice size balance. So, or nice size limit, shall I say. So with that, if I were to go and apply for credit, I pretty much would get approved for whatever I am applying for because I'm showing very low utilization of my available credit. I also am showing a high credit limit, which means that any creditor that I apply with will approve me for at least around the $15,000 range or higher because that's what I currently have. And so that is what is called a seasoned trade line. Now, if I have an individual that I want to assist and I say, okay, I'm going to add you on as an authorized user to my card, I basically am allowing you to piggyback off of my good credit history in order to boost your score. This is something that a lot of people do for additional revenue for themselves, a little extra money here and there, and they allow people to piggyback onto their good credit. You as an individual that were looking at using seasoned trade lines, you would not actually get the physical card to utilize. So it's not like you'll be able to use that individual's card. However, you will be able to piggyback off of that good payment history, and it will boost your score dramatically. We generally see that, depending on the balances, the type of cards, and if there's multiple cards order, you can boost your score anywhere between 20 to 100 plus points just by adding seasoned trade lines to your credit profile. It's extremely, extremely effective. So if you use these methods that I've outlined within this presentation to increase your credit score, you will get great results very, very quickly. So make sure that you take in mind all four of these methods. Now, let's talk about my $550 bonus. Now through Saturday, February 21st at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can take advantage of our seasoned trade line special. This is one of my favorite products, again, because it's extremely effective with getting your score boosted in a very, very short period of time. We are offering a buy one trade line, get the other half price special. And that means with this particular package, we have a trade line package with credit limits of between $2,000 to $8,000. Those lines are going for only $825. So you're getting two trade lines in between $2,000 to $8,000 limit for only $825. This is normally $550 per line, so you are getting the second line at half price. The second package that we have available is our trade line package with credit limits from $10,000 to $25,000. These particular packages go for $650, and with this particular offer, you're going to get two of these trade lines that go for $650 for only $975. So as you can see, you're saving a significant amount on this package. So if you have been thinking about getting trade lines, you definitely want to make sure that you take us up on this offer. It's only for a limited time through this Saturday, and make sure that you take advantage of that particular offer. You can get in contact with us at info, I hope you can read that pretty clearly, info@getyourcreditperfectnow.com. You can actually email us at that email address to take advantage of the trade line offer, or you can call us at 1-800-767-0214. You can also, this is actually something that we are going to be rolling out over the next couple of months. And right now, we are offering complimentary 700 score in 90 days coaching sessions. We are going to normally be charging a fee, a monthly fee, in order to be your personal credit coach to get you to your credit goals, be it getting your score up to purchase a house, buy a car, do some investing, start a business. We are going to actually be starting a coaching program that's going to allow you to get your score exactly where you want it to be. So for a limited time, we are allowing only the first 5 people that request it to receive a complimentary 700 credit score in 90 days coaching session. So this will be a one-on-one over the phone coaching session with one of our staff that's going to go through your particular credit situation, analyze where you currently are at, give recommendations on where you are trying to go, and help you develop a roadmap to get there. Again, if you want to check us out online to get more information about our products and services, you can visit getyourcreditperfectnow.com. And if you want to reach us by phone, you can contact us at 1-800-767-0214. Definitely appreciate your time and attention this evening. Take care, and we'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.